Hey everyone, it's CL and I am back here today with my 2016 reading goals or bookish resolutions that I have set out for myself for next year. I have a total of 6 goals that I do want to meet, and I'm just going to start right at the top. So my first goal for 2016 is to read more books than I did in 2015. So far I have reached like 118 books that I've read in 2015. So whatever my end count is at the end of this year, I want to read that plus one more come next year. Goal number 2 for me is to read 50% of my 2015 TBR. And what I mean by TBR is those books that I bought in 2015 that I own but still need to read. And if you go to my Goodreads, I do have a bookshelf on there, 2015 own but need read. And I think I have about 30 books on there. So if I just want to read 50% of that, I just cut it in half, and I think that's very doable for 2016. My next goal is to finish at least 3 series. I have started so many series that I have so many open right now, more than 10, that I just want to start closing them out, only because I don't want to get to the point where I forget what happens in this series and we'll have to reread the whole thing over. And I don't want to get to the point where I get confused with the various different series that I have been reading. So I just want to start closing those out. Goal number 4 for me is to read a very big book, and a very big book for me would be this one here. This is Edgar Allan Poe's Complete Tales and Poems, and since they're just poetry and short stories, I feel it's very doable for me to complete this in 2016 by just reading a poem here, a short story there, but I do really want to complete this. I purchased this at Barnes & Noble on sale. I really do love Edgar Allan Poe, so it's something I want to do for 2016, and I'm trying to diversify the things that I've been reading. I don't read poetry a lot, but I want to get into it more. Goal number 5 is to spend less money in books in 2016 than I did in 2015. I know how much money I have spent on books down to the penny because I am that type of person. So in 2016, I can buy as many books as I want, but I just have to be more wise with my spending as far as less impulse buys and more utilizing those deals and sales, using coupons. So just being more wise with my spending, but not necessarily saying that I can't buy anything, because that's obviously not a goal that I'm going to be able to achieve if I set that for myself. So yeah. And my last goal of 2016 is something that is very important to me. It's important, I would have to say that it's probably the most important goal that I have set out for myself this year, which is to read more books to my daughter in 2016 than I did in 2015. We do have a routine where every week we go to the library. I let her pick out the books that she wants me to read to her during the week, and they're just the thin little children's books. They're very easy to read. It's just that the point is to be able to bring books home and kind of get her into reading, really get her to love books. I love books. I want her to love books, and the most I can do is to bring books into our home that she really enjoys and to encourage reading. So in 2015, as of today, I have read about 150 children's books to her in 2015. So come next year, I want to read more than that. I mean, 150 children's books is less than 1 a day. So in 2016, I do want to continue to read to her and to read more consistently, read more often. So yeah. So those are my 2016 reading goals and bookish resolutions that I have set out for myself. If you have goals that you've set out for yourself, please leave me a comment down below and let me know your most important goal or the goal that you really want to achieve. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.